Hi there, Aries, and thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at November 23 through November 29. And this week there's a full moon in Gemini, and of course, that is your third house of communication and conversations. It's also your third house of short travel, siblings, and neighbors. So maybe you and your sister are off somewhere, it's Thanksgiving in the US, so maybe you're traveling together to go home for the holidays. And I always think of those crazy movies they make around this time of year where that family is very dysfunctional but fascinating. And of course, for people who are not celebrating Thanksgiving, for people in Australia and Europe, it's just a week when a full moon makes everything come full circle. That's what full moons are about. And this full moon on Wednesday is a reminder that the next 2 weeks are the best time of the month to wind up projects, decrease the clutter, or reduce whatever has gotten flabby. And I can only think of that meaning our stomachs. And because, of course, with the holidays coming up, holiday parties, holiday food, it's probably a good idea to lose 5 pounds or 5 kilos so then you can put it back on and be right back where you started from. And no mess, no foul. The full moon leads into Thanksgiving on Thursday, which is also the same day as the square off between Saturn and Neptune. The last time these two outer planets were in the square aspect was in 1999. Because their energies are mostly in the collective conscious, they do not affect us on a personal level. But this Saturn-Neptune conflict represents the restrictions and protections, which is Saturn, that are disappearing concerning individual privacy, Neptune. It's getting harder and harder to be private with the widespread use of social media tools such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all the other online things that make it super easy to find anyone or to have private thoughts with millions. The things that people put on social media never cease to amaze me. You know, that people left a note on their windshield, so they take a picture of the note and put it on. And, it's just a huge invasion, really, of other people's privacy. And I just feel that while Facebook does serve a wonderful purpose with its political streams and its, interesting stories and people's dogs and cats and all that sort of thing, we don't need to see, your new BMW, your new Gucci handbag, all that sort of thing that the Kardashians and that kind of flaunt on social media, because I really feel it can make people, especially at this time of year, feel very have not and depressed. Now, the second notice from Saturn, which is in Sagittarius, your ninth house of overseas travel and higher education, comes on Sunday, November 29, when the Sun leans in to join Saturn in Sagittarius for their only meetup of the year. This is a brief contact that can have long-term consequences, so no matter what you're planning this week, Saturn is either going to rain on your parade or cause a delay in your plans. So if you've booked a trip overseas, you may find that they say at work that you have to, wait a couple more days. You have to change your flight and all that sort of thing. Because, this is the time when we are all getting into holiday mode, whether you're in the US, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, it's, that time. Have a wonderful week, Aries. Great speaking to you, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week.